Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Yoga with Weight sessions for the legs. Make sure you have some weights close by, but you can also use a can of soup or do this class without any weights. Let's start in a seated position on your mat. You can knee down or cross your legs in front of you. Then bring one hand to your belly and one to your heart. Close your eyes and take one deep breath into your belly. Relax your shoulders, your jaw, your tongue, and your forehead. Bring your attention to your breath. Feel how it flows into your nose, down your lungs, and into your belly. And then slowly release the air. Continue to breathe, slowly and deeply. And focus on the movement of your breath, in and out. Then slowly open your eyes and come to a tabletop position. Your shoulders, elbows and wrists are in one line, and your knees are under your hips. Let's start with a few cat and cow stretches. Inhale, drop the belly, reach the tailbone up, look up. Exhale, round the spine. Spread your shoulder blades apart and tuck your tailbone under. 4 more like this. Inhale to cow pose. Exhale to cat. Do whatever feels good here. Maybe swing your hips left and right, or turn your heads around to warm up the wrists. This is your time to get into your body and warm up. One more. Inhale and drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the spine. Let your head hang heavy. Then come back to a neutral spine and extend your right leg behind you. Keep your toes on the floor for now. Then extend your left hand to the front. Fingertips stay down. Inhale, lift your arm and your leg up. Exhale, back down. 9 more of this. Inhale to lift. Exhale and bring them down. Stay strong in your core and keep your hips leveled. Keep your gaze down on the mat to help with balance. Two more. Then come back to your table pose and we do the same on the other side. Extend your left leg to the back and your right arm to the front, but keep your toes and fingertips down on the mat. Then lift up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then bring your hand and knee back down. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up high to downward facing dog. Take some time to check in with your body here. Lift your sitting bones up as high as you can and pull your belly button in. Warm up your hamstrings by bending one knee and then the other. And let your chest melt down towards the mat. Then look between your hands and walk your feet forward to a forward bend. Slowly roll up to standing. Your head comes up last. Roll your shoulders back and come to mountain pose. We will start with one round of Sun Salutations. Find your mountain pose first. Your feet are hip width apart. Bring your pelvis over your heels and draw the belly in. Open your chest and make your neck long. Inhale and reach your arms up high. Exhale, swan dive forward to a forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift and make your spine long. Exhale back to forward bend. Ground your hands down and step your right foot back to low lunge. Come onto your fingertips to open up your chest. Then ground both hands down and step back to plank pose. Inhale and exhale, bring the knees, your chest and your chin down. Inhale, slide forward to baby cobra. Bring the shoulders away from your ears. Exhale and come back to downward facing dog. One breath here. Then step the right foot to the inside of the right hand. Extend the right knee, micro bend the left, and step forward to a forward bend. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale and bring your hands to a prayer in front of your heart. Let's take one breath here before we do the same on the other side. Inhale and reach your arms up high, look up. Exhale, fold forward with a flat back. Inhale, halfway lift, draw the belly in. Exhale, back to forward fold. Inhale and step the left leg back to low lunge. Gently open your hips here. Then ground both hands down and step back to plank pose. Bring your knees, your chest and your chin down, elbows stay close by. Inhale, come forward to baby cobra. Your neck stays long. Exhale and come back to downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth. Then step the left foot to the inside of the left leg, extend the left knee, and step the right foot up to forward bend. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale and reach your arms up high, come back up to standing. Exhale, hands to a prayer in front of your heart. Feel your heartbeat here and enjoy your body warming up. Then open your eyes and grab your weights. Come to the top of your mat. Your feet are hip width apart. Roll your shoulders back. First exercise is to come to your toes. Lift your heels up for 10, 9, 8, 7. Reach your heels up as high as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then bring your heels back down and step your right leg back to a high lunge. Your hips are parallel to the short end of the mat. Your left knee is bent and right over your ankle. Inhale and bring your weights up to your shoulders while bringing the right knee down on the mat. Back to high lunge. 9 more. Inhale to tap the knee down. Exhale to come back up. Do this in your own pace. And keep your pelvis squared. Can you feel the fire in your thighs already? Two more. Inhale, tap the knee down. Exhale, come back up. Last one. Hands to your shoulders. Then relax your hands back down. Straighten your left leg. And bend your torso over your left knee to an extended pyramid pose. You can bring your hands and your shin down on the mat or use your weights. Keep both of your legs extended and active here. One more breath. Then rebend your left knee, grab your weights. Step your right leg forward and balance on the left leg. You can gently rest your weights down on your right side and then lift your knee up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your leg where it is, but bring your weights next to you. Then take a big step back with your right leg, crossing it behind your left. Bend your knees and lower your hips until your left thigh nearly parallel to the floor, to a curtsey squat. Inhale, bring the knee back into your chest. Exhale, right foot comes over to the left for a curtsey squat. Inhale, bring the knee back up. Bend your knees for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Then bring your knee back up and bring your foot back down. That was not easy. Let's do the same on the other side. Bring your feet hip-width apart first and then lift your heels up 10 times. Reach them up as high as you can and lower them back down. The rest of your body stays in one straight line. Two more. Then bring your heels back down and step your left foot back to a high lunge. You can lift your weights up to your shoulders again, or just leave them hanging or bring them on your hips. Inhale to lower the left knee down. Exhale and extend. We will do 9 more. You should feel a really nice stretch in your left hip flexor here. Focus on the movement and only do as many as it feels good today. Keep your belly engaged here and your hips squared. Last one. Then step your left leg up and bring your knee into your chest so you are balancing on the right leg. Gently rest both of your weights on your left thigh. Then lift the left knee up as high as you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then bring the weights next to you and we will do your new favorite exercise. 10 curtsey squats. Cross your left foot behind your right leg. Bend both of your knees, but keep your neck and your spine long. Inhale, lift the left knee back up. Exhale, step over to a curtsey squat. 8 more. Take your time here and feel the burn in your thighs. Try to find a focal point in front of you to keep your balance here. Last one. Then bring both of your feet back down on the mat. Bring your weights down and come back to a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth. Maybe lower your knees down and come to child's pose. Rest your forehead down on the mat or on a block and feel your heartbeat. This was an intense class and it will get easier over time, so don't worry if you couldn't catch up today. Take deep breaths here. Try to make your exhale twice as long as the inhale. This is a great way to calm you down. Then slowly come back to downward facing dog. Our next pose will be a pigeon pose on the right side. Bring your right knee down on the mat behind your right wrist. Your right foot goes over to the left and lower down on your shin. Extend your left leg behind you and let your hips sink down. You can stay here or walk your hands forward and bring your forehead down to Sleeping Pigeon Pose. We'll stay here for a moment, so try to make it comfy. Maybe bring a block under your right hips or rest your forehead down on a bolster, whatever feels good for you. Then slowly bring the torso back up and come back to a downward facing dog. Bend one knee and then the other. And then find your pigeon pose on the other side. Quickly look back at your right leg and make sure it's extended in the center of the mat behind you. You can keep your torso up or bring your forehead down on a block, on the mat, or on a bolster. Then come back to your breath. Take deep breaths into your hips. Inhale to extend. Exhale to sink a little deeper into the pose. Maybe roll your forehead from left to right to massage your third eye. Then slowly come back up and step back to downward facing dog. Then lower your knees down and swing your legs around. Let's do a few more poses for our core. Grab your weights again. Bend your knees in front of you and bring your thighs and your belly together. Then lift your feet up for boat pose. It's easier if you flex or point your toes. Grab your weights and bring them together to touch in front of you. Then turn your torso and your weights over to the left, back to center, and over to the right. Back to center. Weights go to the left, to center, and to the right. A few more like this. You can do it. Just keep smiling. It will make it so much easier. Then relax your weights back down and bring your feet down on the mat. Last pose will be bridge pose. So lay down on your mat. Bring your heels close to your buttocks and try to reach for your heels with your fingertips. Grab your weights again and gently rest them down on your hips. Inhale and lift your hips up high for 10. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to peel your pelvis off the mat. Exhale and slowly roll back down. 8 more in your own pace. Imagine you have to hold a block between your knees. Keep your core engaged and your shoulders and your neck long and relaxed. Then bring your weights to the sides. Bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. Gently roll from left to right. And then extend your arms and your legs out to the sides. Open your mouth and stretch your face to release all tension here. No one can see you. Then take one more breath in and out. Shavasana. Then slowly wiggle your toes and your fingers. Stretch your arms over your head and roll over to one side. Thank your legs for supporting you today. Then come up to a seated position. Bring your hands to a prayer in front of your heart. Bow your head down. Thanks for practicing with me today. Namaste.